wanted to film a clip for you guys about what my nighttime routine entails. I have always had a really hard time sleeping, and not only just falling asleep, but staying asleep. If I wake up during the night, it takes me a long time to go back to sleep. I did a lot of research to find ways to help set myself up to sleep better, and I'm going to share the article I found in the description box below. It was extremely helpful, and one of the main things was create a routine around bedtime that you do every single night without failing that cues your body for sleep. It makes perfect sense because that's exactly what I do with the kids. Even at Eloise's age, she knows when sleep is coming because we do the same couple of things right before bed. So I started researching bedtime routines on YouTube, and it was pretty ridiculous. Bedtime routines are, you know, when people share them on YouTube, a lot of times they're really unrealistic. They're extravagant, and there's baths with rose petals and candles, and it's just like completely unrealistic for a mom like me who genuinely sometimes only has maybe 10 or 15 minutes before bed that I can dedicate to this because I need to get to bed. So I'm just gonna run through what I've found to work really well for me as a bedtime routine. I have things that are mandatory, and then if I have extra time certain nights, then I sprinkle in a couple of other things, so I will share those with you as well. So I always start with mandatory things, and that is personal hygiene. I go to the bathroom, I clean and moisturize my face and put creams on and everything that I want for bedtime. And I have the minimum that I do. Minimum, I clean. I use a Clarisonic brush head. I actually just got a new one on Amazon that's made out of silicone, so it lasts a lot longer. It's not like more of a disposable product that the ones with bristles are. And then if I have time, I do a face mask. And my favorite face mask, you guys have seen me use it before, is the Teami mask. It's made out of clay, and it has green tea and matcha in it. So it's really gentle on your face, helps reduce redness and inflammation, and you can use it as often as you want. But you really do see results after one use, which is why I love it so much. So after I do my face hygiene, I floss and brush my teeth, and that happens every single night. Occasionally I don't floss, but most of the time I do. I've been pretty good about that. I really love my toothbrush, and I can leave that in a link below as well. It's one that my dentist recommended, and my dental hygienist said that she can literally tell when she's doing a cleaning whether somebody uses a manual toothbrush or an electronic toothbrush. If time allows, then I like to do some type of bedtime yoga. So this is something that rarely happens. There's a lot of channels on YouTube, again, that have yoga type things, and some specifically designated for bedtime. So I'll leave a link below of what I like to use. So after that, I get some tea, and I use the Relax tea. It has lavender and chamomile. It's really, really calming, I guess, which is exactly the purpose of it. It tastes like pepperminty, so I'm okay drinking it after I brush my teeth. It's designed to help you relax. It's literally called Relax tea, and it's by the company Teami. I can leave a link in the description below if you do want to try it. You can use my code BNR20 and you will get 20% off. It's a really strong signal for you for bed, not only the act of drinking a warm liquid, but specifically the components of this tea that help you relax and fall asleep. Always check with your doctor before you try something like this. If you're pregnant or nursing, check with your doctor and make sure that this is something that's gonna be right for you. And I like to add local honey to my tea. If I do it before I brush my teeth, sometimes I'll switch the order of those and I'll add some local honey to it, and it's delicious. So by this point, I'm in bed already, and I do one of two things while I'm drinking my tea. I either listen to the Calm app or I'll read. So lately we've been thinking about potty training the twins while we're in quarantine. So I've been reading Oh Crap potty training book, and I'll just, you know, sometimes I'll do all three. I'll put my headphones in and listen to some calming music, drink my tea, and read my book. And that's what I do right before I go to bed. Some people say you should do nothing in your bed besides sleeping, but I'm okay to do the last couple parts of my bedtime routine in bed. So the last couple of things are really, really quick. When I'm done drinking my tea, then I always put chapstick on. I have it up here because Bear likes to come in and grab it and put chapstick on himself, so I keep it up high where he can't reach it. I do that every single night before I go to bed. I love the Burt's Bees chapstick. I really don't use any other chapstick, so I'll leave that in the description box below. It's my favorite, and it's, again, very minty. Brad and I share our highlight every single night before we go to bed, so whatever part of the day was our favorite, we like to share that with each other just to end the day on a little bit of positivity and gratitude. And then if there's any like residual thoughts going on in my mind that I'm having trouble letting go of or de-stressing, then I have a notebook right on my nightstand that I can write those things down. Any ideas that I have, any things I think of that I need to get done, I put it in the notebook so that I can get it out of my mind. And the very last thing that I do before I go to bed is pray. And that is something that I generally just fall asleep as I pray. And I don't know, for a while I felt guilty about that because it's like I never finish my prayer, but someone mentioned to me that it's kind of like a kid who falls asleep in his parents' arms, where it's sort of like that, us with our Father in heaven, that we just fall asleep in his arms as we pray ourselves to sleep. So I liked that. I thought that made me feel a lot better about the fact that I fall asleep literally every night in the middle of a prayer. So that's my nighttime routine. As I'm filming it, it sounds complicated. It's honestly very, very simple. It takes, if you want it to take about 10 minutes, it can take 10 minutes max. And it's just really nice to have that cue for bedtime, and it has genuinely helped me sleep easier, faster, and better. Check out these products that I talked about. They're all in the description box below. Again, I have a link for the Teamy products. You'll get 20% off using the code BNR20. And thank you, Teamy, for sponsoring today's video.
Only 3 days of quarantine and the house is already a mess. We kind of pick up every night before we go to bed, but just a little bit. I mean, really, what's the point? So, right now, it's about 2:30. The kids wake up from their nap right around 3. So I'm gonna put the tent up in the living room. That way, they'll be surprised when they wake up. But first I'm gonna do a Keurig. If I could drink coffee all day, I would. I really would drink coffee all day if I could, but you know, when we do our eye exams and we look with our microscope, we're literally, 2 foot, probably not even 2 foot, 1.5 foot from the other patient's face. So I can't be smelling it. My breath I can't have coffee breath. I probably brush my teeth 4 times a day and just like constantly do mints, and I need to stay as fresh as possible. Looking good. What'd you say, honey?
My parents have a tent that has 2 bedrooms, a living room, and a screened-in porch.
That's crazy.
They bought it and used it one time.
Yeah.
One weekend for a wakeboard tournament I was in. It was really fun.
Well, I got this thing, I think when I was still in the Army, probably 10 years ago.
Okay, I gotta elaborate on my story.
Oh.
So, I just thought of more. So they had that amazing tent, but didn't have a rain fly, and it rained the first night.
Ugh.
Yeah. And then, so someone had one of those, those things that, like, if you go to a barbecue, they have one of those canopy deals.
Yeah.
Someone had one of those that they let us use over our tent.
Nice.
And then Mom also bought like an oil lantern. She bought a gas or propane griddle to make pancakes and stuff. She spent, I don't know how much she spent, but like way more than if we would have just stayed in a hotel.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Glamping.
That's my mom for you.
Well, you've seen their RV.
Yeah, they don't know how to truly camp.
Yeah.
So I think we need a lamp, but we could use Eloise's light. And we need like a plant and Christmas lights.
A plant?
Just to make it homey. So,
I hope these kids realize someday
how awesome we are.
How cool.
We're pretty sweet. So, I mean, this is just as much for me as it is for them.
That's true.
These are all quilts that my mom made. That one, this is another one, this is another one, Brad's t-shirt quilt. So that's what our padding is. And then that's my cross quilt for when we do our church retreat weekends. And then this is the welcome mat. Another quilt my mom made. And there's more where that came from.
Should their beanbag chairs be in there?
Ooh, probably, huh?
Since we don't have stakes, I gotta anchor it to the couch.
You're like a real live outdoorsman.
I mean, I was in the Army.
That's true.
Navy doesn't really do this stuff.
No.
It's a real life fort.
It's a fort.
Come on in.
Wow.
Cool.
That's so fun.
Rusty loves it.
Do you guys want to hang out in there? Okay.
Hang out.
Let's hang out in
It's
here.
your new fort.
Should we close the door? You guys hang out in there by yourself? Or should we open the door? Close the door. Can we come in? Yeah.
Yes.
Here's dancing. Linda's dancing.
Will you guys give us a house tour?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got in here?
We're gonna have
You have a house?
Yeah.
Wow.
Here with you're in the pool.
Cool.
It's a guy one for you.
Oh, yeah. And Lyndall? Can you give us a tour? Can you show us around? What do you got in here?
Look,
Oh, we got some nice books. You got a library. It smells like a campsite in here, doesn't it?
There's such a distinctive smell that a
Tent has. Mm-hmm.
Smells like camping. Wow, look at you guys.
Didn't take long.
This is so cool. What do you think?
good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. We need some s'mores.
Yeah, we do. Ooh. We don't have anything for s'mores, do we?
No. And I just.
Birthday present.
What'd you say? Birthday present?
Birthday present.
Who pooped?
Meow.
We might need a fan in here. A little stifling.
Who pooped?
Meow.
If you need me, I'll be in my office. Frozen tube. What's in the fort? The slide. Whoa, 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 Lyndall.
Get back, Lyndall.
Watch out. He's going to come down at a high rate of speed. Although maybe not because he doesn't have any pants on. Bear, 1, 2, 3, go.
I think you need some pants on, Bear.
No kidding.
Have your fan on out there? You trying to disperse the cold?
Bear ate on. No, he didn't.
This is the kids' first pretzel.
Mm-hmm.
Pretzels are a family tradition, a Bierman family tradition. This is a Western Kansas thing.
I had never heard of Pruddles before I met Rachel.
So it's oatmeal.
Western Kansas?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Good? You like it, Bear? Bear likes it.
And what exactly are they?
Is it like sausage? Yeah, it tastes like sausage, right?
Did they eat it already?
Yeah, they loved it.
They are part of the family then,
Yeah.
officially. If that didn't go over well, then I
You
would
get a
have.
picture of them eating Pruddles and put it on it all.
Yeah, this is our first pretzel.
Yeah.
Anytime we're all out in Western Kansas, we have to load up on pretzels. We go to the meat.
The meat market.
locker. Oh, look at Linda scooting her plate over to get more.
I
More, please.
would say sausage, right? Let me.
Like it is tonight.
Barb.
We'll bleep it.